Hello, this is Kayla McCullough, and this is my Capstone project defense. So for this project, I will be conducting a job analysis on the line-by-line position at BCTC in order to develop a task-related training program for new hires. So I chose this topic and this position because this position is a high turnover position. It is a temporary full-time position, and there is actually only one for the entire college. The line-by-line clerk's main responsibility is entering all transcripts, all of the coursework into PeopleSoft, line-by-line, course by course. So because this is a high turnover position, I figured it would be valuable to develop a task-related training program for the responsibility of line-by-lining transcripts for new hires. So in order to develop a training program that has all the essential components, I will be conducting a job analysis by researching the position, conducting SME interviews, and handing out a questionnaire to the SMEs. The results will allow me to develop a training program that focuses on the task-related responsibilities only. I will also be developing a survey to evaluate how effective the training program was. So a little bit on my client. My client is BCTC, and BCTC is a part of the Kentucky Community and Technical College system and primarily serves Central Kentucky. It has 7 campuses, 4 of which are regional, meaning that they are not in Lexington. BCTC focuses on providing flexible and affordable options for all student demographics. So the primary client will be the Office of Admissions, because the line-by-line clerk position is within this office. All the applications that come through, all the transcripts that come through are processed in the Office of Admissions. My project contact for this project will be Melissa Terry, who is the Director of Admissions, and she has been my supervisor for just over a year. So my project process. So the first component of the process will be the initial contact and approval for the project. So I will be meeting with Melissa Terry, and we will discuss the logistics of the project, kind of what goes into the project, and specifically we will determine what will be the best way for me to meet with my SMEs since they are coworkers, because I do not want to use company time. So the next part of my project will be research and other methods. So before I develop SME interviews, questions, or the questionnaire, I will need to do some research on the position, which will include looking at the past job postings, past job descriptions, and also I will do some research on ONET and possibly look at the data entry clerk responsibilities. So this will help me develop task statements for the questionnaire and will give me an idea of what questions to ask in the interview. So there is only 2 SMEs available for this project, since there is only one clerk for the whole entire college. One of my SMEs is in the current position, and the other SME got promoted to admissions officer. So the next part will be pre-development of the training program. So once I have determined what the essential task-related responsibilities of the position are, I will be ready to move on to developing the training program. I will conduct a brief needs assessment to determine who will typically fill this job and what aspects of the training program will be needed. I will also use the results from the job analysis to determine goals and objectives for the training program so that I can stay focused on just the essential responsibilities. The next component will be the training development. So because this training program is only for teaching the line-by-line responsibility of entering transcripts, I expect it to be no more than 3 or 4 hours. I'm going to develop 3 to 4 activities for the program in order to give the new hire some practice. I will include real examples, and I will also include examples of complex situations or kind of unique transcripts. I will also develop a couple of cheat sheets for the new hire so that they can have something to refer back to whenever they're having issues. So I will also be developing the evaluation survey. This will be a survey that will be given a few weeks after the training program to determine how comfortable and confident the new hire is with line-by-line transcripts. I am going to predict that this survey will be between 8 and 12 questions and will include a 5-point Likert scale type of question for pretty much all of them, and then a few questions that are open-ended. So I will also be doing deliverables and a presentation, of course. My deliverables will include a trainee and trainer manual as well as a final report, which will be given to Melissa Terry. So the final report will have a summary of the job analysis, including information about how the results of the analysis are obtained, and a brief list of task statements. I will also have a section on best practices on using the job analysis information, the training program, and the survey. So by the end of the 8th week, I will meet with Melissa and present the results and briefly walk her through the training manuals. So in order to ensure that I will be using best practices for conducting the job analysis and developing the training program, I will take advantage of the knowledge I have learned thus far in this program, the textbooks I still have, and my professors. I still have the Handbook on Work Analysis, which has a ton of job analysis methods in it, including research and examples. I also still have active training from Training and Development, which provides a variety of different training activities and examples. So both of these books and my professors will be great references to use for the whole project. I will also be developing every aspect of this project very carefully. I'll be using data to make decisions about the rest of the project. So if you look at the flowchart on the slide, you can see that the data that I'm getting from job analysis will be used for the training program and the evaluation. And I will also use some of the information in the training program for the evaluation. So a lot of this relates to my career in IO psychology, this entire project. I will most certainly develop my skills in writing reports and other professional documents, which will be very valuable to have practice for my future career. I will also be developing a questionnaire and survey, which is kind of like a staple of IO psychology, so it'll be great to have some experience with that. I will also be developing my skills in communication through contacting Melissa and communicating with her, and also working with my SMEs. Additionally, I will be having a lot of practice in research, which is very important to be able to dig up information and kind of find out a lot about organizations, which will be really useful for me in the future. So this is my project timeline. As you can see, it's laid out very organized and detailed. Week by week, week 1 through 3 is going to be focused on the job analysis. Week 4 through 6 will be focused on the training program development. Week 7 will be focused on developing the evaluation and finalizing the deliverables. And then the final week will be when I meet with Melissa. So thank you for viewing my capstone project proposal on the line-by-line position at BCTC. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you will see it as a great project for the capstone course.